Hello, speech class. This is Mrs. Koski, just giving you an overview for week 2. Remember to click on the classwork tab at the top. You'll see I've added a couple of useful links for you, like the attendance link to do once every day, some helpful links I'll continue to add to help you with just general school stuff. And then our second week is called the Choice Speech Week. So this is a fun speech that you should choose something that is interesting for you. And this isn't your formal speech with an outline. This is actually a speech where you are reading off the page. But the more you memorize, the more you're prepared, the more emphatic and excited your audience will be. So some things to take a look at. I've given you a meeting link. If you are a B-Day student or a remote day student and you would like to tune into our notes on Monday morning, I have included the link there to join into our Google Meet. You can just listen if you want to, but you can ask questions if you want. You can click that link. I also will be at 2:30 available if you just want to drop in and ask questions about anything for the week. I've also included a Friday meeting link for strongly encouraged remote students, but it is invited to everyone. We had a great meeting last week. I will make it more structured this time, but you can just drop in at any time to ask some questions. And then there's just your list of assignments. You got your journal, which is the same as last week. Your speeches this week, there are 3 options to choose from. I give you examples and directions for each one. You do need to fill out this Google Doc. There are a couple of questions at the bottom that basically just answer what are you going to do for your speech this week, and that includes announcements. So those of you who have already done announcements, you can do another speech for extra credit. You could do announcements more, which would be awesome and helpful. Or you could just write about it, about your experience so far. And since you've already done the performance, you would just be filling out the form and such. And then you have our notes for the week, which we'll be talking about on Monday. If you want to listen to the notes, that's the Monday Google Meet link up here. And then there's a quiz. Make sure that you complete number 9 before number 10. And if you take notes, it will help you since the quiz is basically just remembering what you learned. And lastly is your presentation. Remember when you go to Flipgrid, if it doesn't say choice speech at the top, you're in the wrong topic. Just clicking speech period 3 2020 will show you all the speeches that we have so far. Oops, I need to number this one. So you should have already done these 2, and you're working on choice speech. So this up here will help you navigate to all the different places of Flipgrid. And then the reflection will not be posted until September 4th. If you do want to look at that earlier, just ask, especially those of you who have already completed it. I just don't want you to get ahead of yourself, that's all. Okay? A couple of quick tips for success in being a student. Are you checking your email? Do it every day. If you're writing an email, which I strongly suggest, at least saying hi to your teachers at some point in the next week, make sure that the subject line is like a title and not the actual question you are asking your teacher. So don't write in all tabs or all caps. This is considered rude. So maybe just title it question or question for speech class or something like that. If you want a signature like this, which I strongly recommend, you can actually click the little pen down here to insert a signature you've already written, or go up to the little gear up here. And if you click see all settings, you can scroll down until you see signature. And if you click on my signature, you can edit what you already have. Some of you, it says that you still go to Wilson, or you can click create new and create a new signature that includes your name, maybe your email, maybe if you have your own website, go for it. Maybe you just write student of Moline High School, or like future Blackhawk College student or something like that. Last 2 things, you were suggested last week to create a folder for speech class, or maybe you just write, high school stuff that's important. This is going to help you at the end of the year, especially seniors, or the end of the semester if you're moving on to a college, or if you're moving on to another English class. You can use stuff from this class in your next class. The outlines are really helpful to have. So dragging things from, if you go into Classroom, you'll see all of your classes listed there, and you can actually make a copy of some of the documents and add them into your speech folder that you created, or your high school stuff folder. And then when you graduate or when you move on, you can copy just this folder into share it with your Gmail, your personal Gmail, and then you have everything ready. Lastly, our class website is here for your enrichment. So if you want to look ahead, if you want to click on links to just get more ideas, I have some tips for recording on Flipgrid, especially if you're ever nervous about recording or talking in class. Please just talk to me about it, or use one of these tips to help you. We'll be talking a lot about body language this week, and so looking at some great examples of what makes a great public speaker. So those are your quick tips for speech class week 2. I hope you have a great week, and please let me know how I can help.